Hello, people from YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike. I'm coming to you from a channel called Health and Wealth, and you are currently watching part 4 of 4, a series where I talk about how YieldMax is doing and what YieldMax is doing. So we have some incredible news from YieldMax where they've decided to group their ETFs in groups of 4 and pay each group every single week of the month. So we have Group A, B, C, and T, and D, like Delta, out there right now. I have already discussed A, B, and C in the previous 3 days worth of videos here. So what I'm going to do is link all of those at the end. I'm going to create a playlist. I'm going to put all 4 of these bad boys in one little playlist. So if you want to start at the beginning and work your way forward, definitely recommend doing that. I've had a lot of hype on these videos, a lot of people saying thank you. So you know what? Thank you for watching these videos. I appreciate it. I'm trying to put a lot of hard work into it. I'm improving every day, I hope, to make these videos and the quality of these videos a better quality for your watching experience. If I'm doing that and you feel like I'm doing a good job, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. But if you don't feel that way, then don't. All good. Okay. But just so you know, I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you very much. Let's get right into it right away here. Before we get this party fully started, I want to take a look at the map here. And I do promise, I think this will be the best video out of the 4. Let's find out if I'm right. I could be wrong. I'm going to try and do this in one take. So YMax and YMag, they will be paying out every single week, which is good. They've their first payout is tomorrow, actually. Then they got next week, and then they got the week after that, and then the week after that. So October 4th, Group A, that's going to be titled or anchored by YieldMax. Is YieldMax's very first child, which was Tesla. And then the week after that, October 11th payment, Group B. This is going to be anchored by YieldMax's best ETF here, which is Nvidia. Then we have Group C. I just made that video yesterday. That's coming out on the 18th of October, that payment. That's going to be anchored by Coney. And then we have Group D, and that's coming out October 25th. So generally, the YieldMax payments have been around the 9th of every month. So with Group D here, they're going, 2 weeks beyond that. Is that 2 weeks? And Jay from YieldMax said that his exact quote was, is Group D going to pay out a little bit more, seeing as they've gone a little further than what they normally come out? And his exact quote was, probably. And I think I nailed the tone. I think I nailed everything about that quote. So yeah, why wouldn't it? Let's go find out. We will find out, won't we? The future is on its way, and we will find out if that's true or not. So listen, Linda, listen, let's get right into it. What I've done here is I've created a list of ETFs. Thank you. I've done it right. Oh my goodness. I was just seeing if I revealed it a little early. And there's Group A. We got Tesla, GUI, OARC, YBIT, Crash, Zomo, and Snowy. I like to call it Snowy. There's all of their past distributions in the last year. Some of them have only been around a few months. Group B here, Nvidia. I think actually I spelled that wrong. You guys let me spell that wrong? You guys let me make a video where I spelled that wrong? Phoebe? Nobody caught it? MRNY, JPMO, GDXY, Dips, and Babo. So I think this is the list of names that are difficult to say. That's probably why they put them all together. And remember, that's Group B. That's going to be paid out in the second week of that calendar. Group C is the one we just covered yesterday. We as in me. I am one person. I am not a we. I am a me. Group C, Coney. Look at that Coney payment over the last year. Incredible. But Coney's share price has dropped dramatically. Although today, the stock market had a day, didn't it? Today is Thursday, September the 19th, 2024. If you're watching on another day, This is the day after the Fed announced a 0.50, a 50-point drop in the interest rate. Yesterday, the market did not like that after the market, but today, so far, doing all right. Knock on wood. So there's Coney, Amdy, Nefly, PP, Alti, Microsoft, or sorry, MSFO, Fiat, and Abney. You can see those have only been out for a few months, some of those there, right? So today is Group D. So who's as excited as me to go over Group D? I don't know if there's anybody more excited, but I know I put a poll up, and I'm going to go ahead and put that up here right now. I put a poll up, and I said, what is the best group for you? And an overwhelming amount of human beings voted on Group D. So let's take a look at Group D here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal them one by one, and we're going to discuss how much they paid out in the last year. Also, this is a list from the least amount of payments to the highest amount of payments in the last year from all the Group D ETFs. So let's get into it right away. I'll reveal the first one here. So first one that's on the list of the Group D payments is going to be SMCY. This is a brand new fund that came out here just on September the 12th. So no dividends paying out for it yet, but this is going to be a play on Supermicro Computer, or SMCI as a stock symbol. So over the last 1 year, it's up 76%, but if you look at the last 6 months, it's down 52%. So not looking so great over the last 6 months for Supermicro Computer, but with SMCY coming out, that's going to be a play on that one. So I won't spend too much time as it hasn't had a distribution yet, but let's move on to the next one on the list of Group D payments. Here we go. Next one's going to be YQQQ. And YQQQ is going to be one of 4 of the short option income ETFs. So YQQQ, here we go. It is also fairly new. It came out on August the 15th, so, a month and 4 days ago. And so far, it's paid out a dividend of 42 cents. Now, YQQQ is a play on the QQQ, which is the Nasdaq, right? And so on the Nasdaq 100, they're trying to short the Nasdaq with this. And so far, its performance is down, 91 cents or 4%. I mean, it's paid out 42 cents. It's down 91 cents. So it hasn't equaled out yet. Will it equal out? We're going to find out, right? So shorting is always a tricky business. And so far, the Yieldmax crew, let's go take a look here, are batting at 0% on doing well with that. So we'll see if this is an improved one, but my fingers are not crossed for it. Let's take a look at the next one on the list here. Just so we are on the same page, this is about my 5th time recording this. I just made a video and it didn't record, and then so don't mind the jump cut a couple minutes ago. Also, I recorded it again and my microphone was way over there, so I had to start over. So we'll get into it. We're going to make it happen. This is the one for you. This is the one for me. Let's see what the next one on our list is. Are you ready for it? Aply. So who here is an Aply holder? For me, I'm not, but it is pretty steady in its payments. $4.74. Aply is one of the original ETFs that Yieldmax came out with. And so far, its current distribution rate as of today is 31%. And you can see all of the distributions that is paid out here: 45 cents, 34, 32, 40, 33, 38, 41, 17 cents, 56, and 46. So it has paid out fairly well. If you look at its last year's performance compared to some of the Yieldmax ETFs, it is faring better than them. It's only down 7%, whereas most of the funds are down quite a bit more than that in the financial status of the price of the ETF. And then Apple itself in the last year up 27%. When in Rome, right? You buy Apple. Who here is an Apple holder? Who's getting the Apple iPhone 16? I saw a couple memes that the Apple iPhone 16 can finally make phone calls. So congratulations to you and being able to catch up to the rest of us here in the 20th. Are we the 21st century? The 20th century. Way to go, Apple. But yeah, look at Aply. I mean, it's steady payouts, right? $4.74 in the last year. If you had have had $20,000 in Apple, sorry, if you had had 1,000 shares in Apple, you would have $4,740 in distributions. But your share price is down $1.49, so you would be down a little bit there in the 1 year chart. Let's move on to the next one. Moving up the list, there are 8 that we're going to uncover here. 8 of them. So that was the first 3. Here comes the halfway point. Next one is aiyy. How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that? aiyy. Let's go take a look, see if we can find it on the list here. Here it is. It's an AI option. Now, when I looked this one up, it threw me for a loop. I got to be honest with you. It has some pretty good payouts in the first 9 months that it's been out. $5.93 in payouts so far, so that's pretty decent. Looking 36, 35, 39, hovering around that 37-cent mark on average in the last 3 months. Then we got 87, 40, 72 cents, $1.06, 40 cents, and $1.34. Pretty decent distribution so far. Let's take a look to see how aiyy is faring in the 1 year chart. Wow, down 54% since November of last year, 9 months, like I said. So that's a lot. That's a lot of downward motion. Let's take a look at AI stock itself, and this is what threw me for a loop. Most of the companies that YieldMax is investing in are in the $100 range. And so this one is $23. And I said, that can't be right. That can't be right. And then so I went to YieldMax's website. I scrolled down here and I was looking for the stock that is playing with here in C3.ai Inc. Well, that's this one right here, C3.ai Inc. $23.72. So the stock itself is down 13%, which is, not the end of the world. But generally, YieldMax plays with funds that have high volatility. So I'm gathering this has high volatility. But YieldMax fund managers got to do something about this price. They got to find a way to maybe pay less distribution and then take some of that money, that distribution, and put it into the fund, right? Get that thing up to $15 before halfway through next year, and I think people will be happy. And yeah, $9 is so close to that split share, the reverse split share, sorry, fund, right? So not the greatest price. You know what I'm curious about? Let's go all the way up or a little bit down here. $31 million in net assets. So not a lot of people in this, but there are definitely somebody in this group is in this fund. I'd be fairly happy with the distribution so far, but not happy with the share price at all. All right, let's move on. We're moving up to the top 4 here of Group D. This is going to be the top 4 of the most money paid out in the last year. Not necessarily the top 4 that I would recommend. That's for sure not what we're doing here today. Don't take advice from people on YouTube. I'm just a regular guy investing in some of these funds. I'll let you know which ones I invest in. But again, don't take advice from me. I'm just kind of, dipping my toes in and making sure that I'm trying to look out for my family and trying to invest and have income here so that I can retire as soon as possible, right? So this is just what I'm doing. I followed somebody on YouTube when I first started out, and there was a big mistake. So if you're watching this video saying, "Oh, what's Mike invested in?" Do your own research. See if these funds match your needs. See if the risk factor is something you can tolerate. All right, let's reveal the next one. Here we go. All right, next one, Diso, Diso, which is a Disney play, $6.09 in the last year here. That's pretty good for sure. Let's take a look at Diso. Here we are over here. Currently distribution rate of 34%. And then you can see the dividends here. Let me zoom in for you a little bit. 46, 39, 36, 44, 70, 67, 77, 30, 56, 42, 72, and 26 cents in the last year. Pretty decent for sure. I wouldn't be too sad about that. Disney itself, let's take a look at the price of Diso in the last year. Down 20%, $4, and it's paid out $6. So you're up $2.09 in the last year. $2.09. Let's say it started at $20, so you're up 10%. That's a pretty standard investment, a pretty good investment out there. Sorry, not a standard. If you can make 10% a year, you'd probably be a happy person. But this is YieldMax, and we are here for maxing out our yields. So I want my cake, and I want to eat it too. So I want my share price going up. I also want to get dividends, and so that's what I hope the future of YieldMax can provide me. Let's take a look here at this Disney stock itself, up 14% in the last year. Around the COVID, it had a rough stretch there, but its all-time high was $197. I was recently at Disney and I bought this from Amazon. It's a neck fan. It was the hottest day, third hottest day of my life, I'm going to say. Hottest day was Italy, in a place called Cinque Terre. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's move on. We got three more. Next up on the list here, we have Amzy. And so I'm looking for six steps to a retirement portfolio. I already have two. I've got NVIDIA. I've got another one, which I'm going to show a little bit later here. But Amzy's looking pretty good. $8.33. That's pretty incredible. Let's go up here and take a look at Amzy, one of the original YieldMax's funds here. And then you can take a look at the dividends for yourself. So it's paying on average about, I don't know, 55 cents in the last 3 months. And then the 3 months before that paying about an average of 87 cents. 3 months before that paying out an average of 66 cents, we'll say. And the 3 months before that paying out an average of, man, what's that? Probably around 47 cents. So, Amzy's doing pretty well. If I'm an Amzy holder, I'd be fairly happy. Let's take a look at the last year, down 7%, which means that it was up at one point quite a bit here. Yeah, it was up to $23 in May of this year. But yeah, look at this big step here. Is this the recession of August 5th? No, it's not. It's right before the recession of August 5th, but it's kind of working its way back up, isn't it? Amzy. Let's take a look at Amazon itself. In my opinion, one of the greatest companies out there. This is unbelievable. I bought this neck fan. Oh, I just turned it on. I bought this neck fan, and the next morning it was on my front steps. I just can't wrap my head around how fast they get this stuff out to you. It's pretty amazing, right? Amazon. For me, I'm going with NVIDIA first. I got my second one I'm building right now. Amzy or QDTE is looking really good for step number 3. We're going to find out. Let's move on we got 2 left over here. So far, how am I doing, by the way? If you're enjoying the content, hit the like button. This is the last of these 4 videos. So I've already done group A, B, and C. This is group D. I'm going to make a playlist. I'll put it at the very end. Hit the playlist, watch the whole thing. Tell me which group is best for you. What are you invested in? Talk to me in the comments here. Here we go. Let's go to the second last one. SQY, paying out a whopping $10.57 so far this year. If you're an SQY holder, just in distributions, you got to be pretty happy. Paying out 85% as of today. Remember, that is just today. Tomorrow, that can change. But take a look at these dividends. And I want to talk to you about these distributions here, because I think I see something going on. You know what? Over the last year, holy smokes, pretty good. Just down 9%. Still paying out $10.57. That's pretty good. Now, if we look at the last 6 months, we've had a dramatic decrease, down 23% in the last year. Of 6 months, last 6 months. But in the last year here, only down 9%. So, again, this is another one that was well above its original price back just after Christmas here, up $26.51. So a bit of a dip since then. Let's hope that it can maintain and bring its way back up. But how can YieldMax do this? Well, take a look at these distributions. $1.27, 63, 69, 96. And this is what I'm talking about. $1.19, What if they just simply paid slightly less? Could we do that and then build that stock price up to above 20? Is that possible? I know there's rumors out there that that could happen. Now, they're trading with Block. Is this blockchain or Block here? So SQ on the stock market, and Block itself is up 37% in the last year. Pretty decent stock here for sure. All right, we're moving on. We got one left. Drum roll. So I've got one pillar so far. I'm working on the second pillar right now, which is going to be right here. Let's reveal it. We're talking about Msty. All right, guys. So $15.80 in distributions in the last 6 months is absolutely bonkers. Unbelievable. Let's just put that into perspective. $15.80. These ETFs usually come out at $20. So in 6 months, it's made up 3/4 of that amount. Just incredible. Let's go take a look at it over here on the list, which is down below here, and take a look at its 6 dividends that it's paid out so far. $1.85, $1.94, $2.33, $3.03, $2.52, and $4.12 so far. So pretty good for Msty. It is up 6% in the last year. Now it came out this February, so 7-8 months, something like that. It did have a massive climb here all the way up to 44.80, which is I think the highest the YieldMax ETF has been at. It's just been kind of a steady down slope here. Bitcoin has had some ups and downs as well. Its underlying stock is MicroStrategy, and MicroStrategy, had just a killer year here. Even MicroStrategy in the last 6 months is still doing well, up 2%. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with Msty. I've only had it for 3 or 4 months now. Personally, I'd be okay if they just paid me $1 a month for the rest of my life and took that other $85, $94, $33, $2 and just put it into the share price. I'd be happy with that. That would make my life better. So these are Group D. If you are in any of these, let us know. Talk to me about how you like them. I know we have a huge fan base of Msty. And so I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching. How do you feel about Msty? How it's done so far? A lot of you are about to be paid off, as in you're going to be just collecting pure profit from then on, give or take 4 or 5 months from now. And I'm sure you're going to be really, really happy about that. I know I would be, for sure. So guys, that's it. Stay tuned at the very end here, right over there. No, over there. I'm going to post some of my bloopers. This has been the biggest gong show of my YouTube career with this recording equipment, so I hope you enjoy it. I hope my editing has made your life better, and I hope that you hit that like button because I want to get this video to 30% likes, so let's make it happen. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you have a great night, and bye for now. Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike, coming to you from Health and Wealth. You like being called YouTube? Hello, people who watch YouTube. My name is Mike, and I'm at the channel Health and Wealth. Woo! What is happening, YouTube? How are you? You like to be called YouTube? My name is Mike, coming to you from Health and Wealth. Thanks so much for joining me today on another episode of What is YieldMax doing?